It's the Ticket Plug. We've been running an online ticket business for over a decade, and now we've created an easy way for you to do the same thing through our private ticket resale community. Joining our community will give you a way to flip your bread and generate profit income consistently. We provide you with all the tools, training, and resources needed to start your life-changing online ticket business. Zero experience needed. To join our ticket resale community, go to thetickettrap.com. Again, go to thetickettrap.com. That's thetickettrap.com.
And those Africans have to be organized to fight for their liberation.
GW Apparel, a clothing that speaks. Something for the kings, something for the queens. Visit uptsites.com and use promo code SLDG22 and receive 11% off your order. Peace.
Do for self or suffer the consequences. The wisdom of Elijah's inside of the conscientious. So I move.
All right, peace, family. What's good? Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God, Sincere Love, back once again with my lovely co-host, Nicey Girl. We are in the digital building. Peace to the family.
Once again. Feels like a long time. Again. What it was is we didn't have a show last Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was it, though. We was here last week.
Yeah, last weekend we were here.
We didn't have an episode of the Black Business Showcase this week, but we got one coming up. We got a few lined up actually coming up soon. Yeah. So as y'all know, man, this is Sincere Love the Godcast. We do this every Sunday around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. This is our weekly broadcast where we cover important issues pertaining to Black society. Check in on what's going on with the current events and all of that. And we're live right now simultaneously on YouTube and on Instagram. We're usually not live on Instagram. Yeah, I finally got it to work.
But you're not on X though. So what happened with that?
So X, we're not live on X, which that was starting to go good for us. It was just starting to go good for us. We was getting a lot of traffic coming through from X, formerly known as Twitter, but I guess they changed the protocol to go live over there. You have to have a paid account or whatever. Oh yeah. You gotta have what it's called. I forgot what premium account on X to be able to go live. And so I don't even know how that works, how much you gotta pay or whatever, but I ain't even look into it. And in Facebook jail right now. Apparently I can't go live on Facebook for 30 days because they said I posted something that was sexually exploitive, but they wouldn't show me the post that I made or whatever. I didn't post nothing sexually exploitive. I don't know what they told me.
What they've been doing to me is going all the way back to like 2016 and 17. So it could be something that wasn't sexually exploitive.
They showed the date. It was recent. It was from a recent date, like the end of July, like July 20 something. But they wouldn't show stuff like that. And I'm like, the only thing I've been posting, talking about what's going on with this election and all the stuff we've been talking about. Just repurposing content.
I get it.
What?
It's the one with Kamala. The one with Kamala in the Oval Office, and she, she's kind of linked over.
I think that one is still up.
Oh, well,
I think that one is still up. I gotta check because that might be what they're talking about, but I think that one is still up. I think that one is still up. Maybe the AI meme with Kamala Harris.
Right.
That might be what they're talking about. Other than that, I don't know what they're talking about. But at the end of the day, I seen whole porno on Facebook. So
I'm just saying.
Some sexual exploitation. I'm like, whatever. So it can't go live over there for 30 days. So right now we live on YouTube. Godcast Enterprises on YouTube. Everybody make sure you subscribe to our channel, Godcast Enterprises on YouTube, as well as the Sincere Love the God channel on YouTube. And follow me at Sincere Love the God on all social media platforms. And follow my co-host, Nicey Girl, at Nicey Girl with the number 1 on Instagram and without the number 1 on X, formerly known as Twitter. And so shout out to everybody tuning in right now from Instagram. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. y'all make sure y'all come on over to YouTube as well and subscribe to us over there, because that's the main headquarters for Sincere
Right.
Love Podcast and everything that we do. Master Healing at Home. Peace, peace, peace. Are you on the
Hello, Master Healing.
showcase? Still waiting to see if you on that schedule for the Black Business Showcase. Shout out to Mama Love in the building.
Hey, Mama Love.
Buzzer Cam H1, Virgo Venom. Some of our regulars tuning in. Peace to y'all. PD.
Peace, y'all.
I don't know how to say your damn name. PD that remains.
PD. Okay, that remains.
PD that remains. Peace to the family. Yeah, and so y'all know on Wednesdays we do the Black Business Showcase also. So if this owner or entrepreneur, you would like to be featured on our channel, hit me up in the DM, hit Nicey up in the DM, or you can send us an email at godcastenterprises@gmail.com. Let us know what you got going on so we can get you on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase. We got some good ones coming up for y'all.
Absolutely. Actually, this week, Wednesday, we have Michael Holmes Jr. He's a licensed professional clinical counselor as well as an author. He has some books that he's going to be promoting. So make sure you guys are tapped in this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, Michael Holmes Jr. will be our special guest on the Black Business Showcase this Wednesday.
And speaking of books, we're gonna get our brother Omar Tyree back as well, right?
Oh yeah, we have him back the next Wednesday, the 21st.
Okay, yeah, because we had a failed broadcast with our brother Omar Tyree. He was traveling, he was on the road, and so the hotel Wi-Fi was kind of janky, so we didn't really get to chop it up with him like we wanted to. So we got him back on the schedule. He's gonna be coming back through. And also speaking of books, I'll make sure y'all go to godcastbooks.com and get our book. Our children's book, Seven the Super Hey Rule, Volume 1, Seven's Big Move. Go get that for your little ones right now. And of course, I know some of y'all are waiting patiently, but Volume 2 is coming soon. We still on that. Volume 2 is coming very soon, and that is Seven's Big Chop. It's looking dope.
It is.
Looking very dope. It's coming along.
Finally got that hairline.
Y'all wouldn't believe some of the revisions that we've been stuck on. Is we had to be sticklers about the FBA hairline, because for some reason our illustrator did not understand what we were asking for when it came to the crisp FBA hairline. Now the book is about Seven getting his first haircut. You know what I'm saying? Those that don't know, the book is based on my son Seven. I'm a barber in real life. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. So we couldn't have the book come out with Seven having the janky hairline.
At all. At all. Like,
and I don't know how many times how many different ways we tried to explain to her. We sent pictures, all type of stuff, trying to get her
to fix an audio call.
Fix my guy's hairline, man. She had the hairline just looking real.
Y'all, it was down here. It was round and down here. We did an audio call so we can kind of explain it like verbally. We sent photos. It just was not clicking until it clicked. It finally clicked. Like, yo.
Finally, we got the hairline correct. I was like, yo, what's up with this? So yeah, so the assumption is our sister is a non-FBA sister. That's illustrations for us. We love her. She does a good job with the art and all of that. But that hairline situation, boy, that
was like pulling teeth. That was like pulling teeth to, kind of just, we just needed not down here. There has to be some forehead. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. But it's dope right now. We are super excited. We know that you guys are going to be excited when you get it in your hands. So thank you to everyone that pre-ordered. It is definitely on its way. And for those of you that have not pre-ordered or ordered volume 2, you can do that now. But if you haven't gotten volume 1 yet, make sure you head on over to godcastbooks.com and get volume 1.
Well, we remember we took the pre-order link down until we got everything right. You can't pre-order right now.
You gotta wait.
We'll get that together. We'll get that together very soon, because we are right at the very end, about to go to print and everything with that joint. So we'll have the pre-order together for y'all very soon. So y'all stay tuned for that. TBI said, I was about to say she must have been non-FBA. TBI, was I just corresponding with you in one of the comments? That icon looks familiar. I don't recognize the name, but that icon looks familiar. I wonder if you're the person I was corresponding with earlier in one of the comments to the video. If that's you, let me know. Let me know, because I'd like to clear some things up if that is you. All right, but we here. And so, oh yeah, got to tell y'all to make sure that you like this video as y'all coming up in here. When you like the video, it helps to boost this video into the YouTube algorithm, and it helps to make sure that people who are subscribed to us on YouTube do get the notifications whenever we go live. Also, share this out on your social media platforms. Let everybody know that we are live right now. If you are not already subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you will be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast. All right. Okay, that wasn't you. Okay, just making sure. So today we're going to be talking about some of the Democratic shills who have tried to browbeat black men specifically, black people in general, but black men specifically. They've been trying to browbeat us into supporting Kamala Harris. You know, of course, they don't have any real tangible reasons why we should support Kamala Harris. So they just been doing the browbeating and the shaming tactics and acting like, you know, we're the low information voters, and they just, you know, they so intelligent and they know so much more than the rest of us, and we need to do what they say.
Yeah, for nothing though, because last time I checked, someone correct me, change. Are there any policies, agendas on her website other than the donate button and some merch? Can someone please verify?
We could check that in real time.
Let's check that in real time.
Let's check that in real time. Let's go to the Kamala Harris website. Let's get an update. We were on here, last couple of weeks we've been on here giving updates to see if there's any policy, because I did see that she did introduce her first campaign policy at her rally recently. And it was funny because it was a policy that Trump already been
introduced
on his platform, talking about not tax tips for service workers and all of that. So they're not going to be tax for service workers. Trump been saying that. Right. That was the funny part about that. Like, okay, which I don't know why the crowd got so hyped when she said it. Like that was some type of something that was revolutionary. But let me share this with y'all, and we can all look in real time and see if there's any updates.
That doesn't look like one.
Looks the same to me.
Looks exactly the same to me.
Harris Waltz, donate for your chance to meet Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz. Your flight, your hotel stay, and an opportunity to get a photo with Kamala and Tim. Okay, so it is an update. My bad. Your flight, your hotel stay, and your opportunity to get a photo with Kamala and Tim on us. Donate in any amount for your chance to win. So now they give you incentive to donate. That's the update.
Wow. She's doing like Chris Brown was doing on his 11/11 tour, you know, doing photo ops and cashing out on the photo ops.
Exactly. I don't know. Maybe she might back that thing up on you in the photo op.
You never know. Well, she backed it up on Willie. Look at her now.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the only page now. There was like a menu tab before. Now this is the only page. This is it. This is the website. It's the website, y'all.
Yeah. I'm offended. But that's just me.
To be fair, we got to go to Trump website.
Right. We believe in balance over here. We can't call one out without calling the other out, right? So let's be fair.
I think it's DonaldJTrump.com. I think it is.
Let me see.
Donald.
His damn name.
J. I think that's his website. Yep, this is it. Yep, this is it. So let's check out
They're
Trump's
not
site.
after me, they're after you. I'm just standing in the way.
So it's
Agenda
pretty much looking
47.
the same. You got his Agenda 47 front and center. Click on the platform button, and it has all the bullet points for the things that he's planning to do and what his priorities are. Shall he be reelected for president? Seal the border and stop the migrant invasion. I don't have no problem with that. Carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. I don't have a problem with that.
At all. I'll help.
End inflation and make America affordable again.
We need
That would be cool. Make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. So that could create jobs and things of that nature as well. Stop outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower again, creating jobs.
Again, used to be.
Economy, things of that. Large tax cut for workers and no tax on tips. So again, he been had this on the website.
Right. Well, she trying to take credit.
Right. Defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, and our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms, which we know the Democrats are trying to limit that right to bear arms and all of that. And also they have a tendency to try to silence people who, that they disagree with.
Rest on firearms. Rest on firearms, you guys. Black-owned, the largest Black-owned firearm store or servicer in the world, but specifically here in California. And they've had to close their doors. And a lot of it is due to the politics here in California. Our Governor Newsom, and his trash policies. And now they have the city of Burbank, in which their store was located, doing some shady, things. So, that's big, the large firearm store in the world, but specifically here in California, and doors are now closed.
Right. What was I on? Talking about prevent World War III.
Well, they said that was going to happen under Trump, his first run, during his presidency. And we are pretty much in a proxy war now under Biden. We're going to be real about it, so.
Yeah. All different type of threats around the world taking place. But he's talking about ending the war in the Middle East, building a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over the entire country. I don't know what that's supposed to look like.
I don't know what that is. Yeah,
they were talking about doing that in Israel. Both sides, Democrats and Republicans, talking about doing that in Israel. But building an entire Iron Dome missile defense shield over the entire United States of America, I don't even see how that's even possible when we got territories, you know what I'm saying, that are like offshore, like Hawaii and Alaska, and I don't know what he mean by that, but that sounds a little bit over the top. End the weaponization of government against the American people. Stop the migrant crime epidemic. Demolish the foreign drug cartels. Crush gang violence and lock up violent offenders. So again, none of this, is specific for foundational Black Americans. We get some residual benefits from some of it, but none of it is attacking foundational Black Americans either, though.
No.
None of it has a direct negative effect on foundational Black Americans, you know what I'm saying, as far as the things that he's prioritizing. Rebuild cities, strengthen and modernize the military, keep the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. So I guess that's talking about, doing better deals with people who've been getting rid of the US dollar, forming BRICS and all of that. So trying to rebuild those international connections and all of that. Fight for and protect Social Security, Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. Where?
Now, with that one that you just said, I've heard Black people, especially the elders, say Trump's trying to take our Social Security. Well, that doesn't sound like he's trying to take it to me, right? Because I've
Right.
heard that. I've heard that
Said
said
it too.
several times.
And you know, this one right here is interesting to me, right? Cancel the electric vehicle mandate and cut costly, burdensome regulations. So Trump is against electric vehicles, but Elon Musk is one of his biggest supporters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So what does that tell you?
Right. And you know, here in California, I think
Maintaining is more important than personal interest.
You hear that, Black people? Do y'all hear that, Black people? Here in California, though,
California,
do something. I forget what year it is, but it was something that came out maybe last year or a couple of years ago, where basically Californians are going to only have to be able to purchase electric vehicles. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like you should have the option. You know, I don't feel like we should have to, you know, do anything. We should have the option, but he's switching that up. And I forget what year it was. That came out about 2 years ago or so.
Right. Now look, this is one that they try to scare us with. Like, this is something that's supposed to be against
the police immunity.
No. I don't even see that one up here yet. That's not even on. This is top 20 priorities. That's not even one of them. But it says cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, and other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. I don't have a problem.
No problem with that. Period.
I don't have a problem with that. Critical race theory,
right?
They don't teach critical race, whatever that's supposed to be. Critical race theory, they don't teach that in our children's schools anyway. That's like a specialized course in higher education for mostly for people that study in law. You know what I'm saying?
The Black people who are saying that they're trying to take, you know, our history out of school, when have they ever taught our history? That's what pisses me off. Outside of Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King, our children haven't learned shit. I didn't learn anything in school. Everything that I learned about anyone was in my adult life, to be honest, not in school. My son, who just graduated high school last year, only learned about Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks.
Right. So yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. They don't teach us history anyway. So why are we mad if they trying to stop lying in the first place? They lying anyway.
Exactly.
They lying anyway. So okay, I don't have a problem with that. And then the other part of it is when it comes to what they're really attacking is because the reason why they're attacking it is because the LGBT has put their all over everything that's supposed to be Black anyway.
Exactly.
And when you're
under
supposed
the guise of the Civil Rights Act,
when you're supposed to be learning about Black history and Black issues, it's mixed all in with this gender stuff.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, get rid of it. Throw it in the trash.
Right. And parents, sit with your children after school and start teaching. You know what I'm saying? Start teaching your children what you want your children to know. Put some quality time in with your children and stop leaving it only up to the school to teach them anything. How about that? Let's be parents again. Make parents again.
And so the next one is keep men out of women's sports.
Agreed.
Don't have a problem with that.
Agreed.
And speaking of that, we talked about this last week. I told y'all when I had a chance to meet Clarissa Shields, Dr. Clarissa Shields, we were talking about the issue in the Olympics. And we're going to talk about that in a second too. We were talking about the issue in the Olympics where there was supposedly a transgender that was allowed to compete against another woman in the Olympics. I think she just won the gold too, by the way, or whatever it is. Right. But in the media, it's all confusing when you look at that story. It's all very confusing because they're saying she was assigned female gender at birth. Assigned female gender at birth is what they're saying. So it says female on her birth certificate or this person's birth certificate, and this person's passport says female, but at the same time, this person has XY chromosome.
Right.
So that's a dude.
That's a whole dude.
And so they're playing all of these games with this gender fluidity, and it's intentionally confusing because confusion is open. People who are confused are easier to control. So confusion is intentional. And so we're gonna get into the Olympics right now, but just tell y'all the last three: deport pro-Hamas radicals, and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. Secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballot, and proof of citizenship. Don't got a problem with none of that.
Me neither.
Unite our country by bringing it to new and get levels of success. So some of that is just vagaries and nothing really concrete. But that's, at least something that we can scrutinize.
Measure. Yeah, and something you can measure. Does this go against my beliefs, or or does it work with my belief? Give me something to want to vote for you for. Kamala hasn't given us anything but her diet blackness and the fact that she belongs to a sorority. Diet blackness, and she belongs to a sorority. She went to an HBCU. That's all we get.
And so,
sister girl.
Kamala hasn't introduced any policies besides she said she's going to stop taxing tips. And like we said, Trump already got that. And a lot of people have pointed out that this is intentional. Her not introducing any policies, it's not because, she was thrown in the race last minute and so she needs time to come up with a platform or whatever the case may be. No, what they're saying is this is an intentional strategy because she has a lot of momentum right now. And she's doing very good on the fundraising side of things. And so she doesn't want to introduce her policies and kill that momentum.
Right.
That tells you right there that the policies must be trash if she thinks it'll kill the momentum.
It's more Biden, it's more Obama. It's, the same bullshit Democratic policies that we've always gotten. There's nothing new on the table.
Right. So at least he has some policy details. Kamala just offering a chance to fly you out for a photo op.
Y'all, you flew out by Kamala. That's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassing.
So that's what's going on with that, fam. But have y'all been watching the Olympics? Have y'all been keeping up with the Olympics? It's been some interesting stuff going on with the Olympics. Been some monumental moments in the Olympics. Some history has been made. The U.S. has been racking up. I think we either number one or number two in gold medals. Definitely number one in overall medals. But I think we might be right behind China with gold medals. Or I don't know if we ended up passing them last night. Did the women basketball team win?
Yes. U.S. women's basketball team wins 8th consecutive gold medal after defeating France. So yes.
The women won too. So I think we might be number one in gold.
Yeah.
Steph Curry and them went crazy the other day in men's basketball.
Shout out to Steph.
That was exciting to watch. They made it interesting. I feel like, the U.S., the men's team, they could have washed all of them teams if that's what they really wanted to do. But, they want to make it entertaining and somewhat competitive. So I think they play with a bit of looseness and, they take chances that they wouldn't normally take, like in a real NBA game. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, just because make it entertaining and interesting. You know what I'm saying? But they did a good job. It was entertaining. It was fun to watch.
The men's won the 5th straight gold medal, by the way, defeating France. So that's their 5th for the men's.
Yeah, that was another thing. They had the U.S. and France in a lot of the different events competing for the gold. They in Paris, and a lot of the events came down to the U.S. versus France.
In France.
Sha'Carri did her thing.
Yeah.
She got like 2 gold. I think she got 2 gold, 1 silver, or 3 gold, 1 silver, something like that. The women's relay team, they killed it.
Yeah.
I know you was out of town, so you probably ain't watch it, but That
I
race
haven't
was
watched anything.
relays. The what was it? 4x4, 200 or 100, whatever it was. That race was phenomenal. Them girls, oh my God, yo, them girls running like some goddamn deer. Oh man, that was crazy. Gabby,
What's up with
she's
this
a
Noah Lyles guy? I mean, he looks weird. I don't know anything about him other than what I'm seeing in the blogs.
yeah. I
You
don't
know,
know
on the
too much.
spectrum.
I don't know it either. But I remember a couple of years ago, I think they went to Tokyo. He had made those comments about the NBA players are not, why you calling them world champs if they didn't, beat everybody in the world or something like that. He said, which was corny and goofy. And so did he win a gold this year?
Did he win? Let me look back. I just saw him. I just know that he caught COVID.
Right. And so one of the races he lost, he fell out on the track and he was crying
He
and
won
all
a
of this stuff.
bronze.
So he
No
only got a
gold,
bronze.
He got a bronze.
Yeah. So Noah didn't do so well. And, he's out here with nail polish on and all this stuff,
And guess what?
crying,
Dwayne Wade
all of
is
that
on
stuff.
to
He won
that.
gold for 100. Okay. Somebody say he won gold for the 100. Okay. I think he did. Yeah, I think I did see that when he won the gold for the 100. So he lost to what? 200? I think he lost to 200. And the dude from Botswana had won that one. And when they was interviewing him, did you see the interview when they interviewed the guy from Botswana? And he was like, they was asking him, you think you could be the face of athletics? And he was like, nah, I'm not loud and arrogant like Noah. So, he's most likely going to still be the face of athletics. Something like that. He said, did y'all see that? A lot of people thought that was kind of tetherish, his comments. But he won. He smoked Noah. Noah's ass was crying and all that stuff. I'm like, nigga.
Stop whining.
Man up. But then somebody told me he did have COVID and that he said that he had COVID before the race. So if that is true, if that's true, I give him a little bit of grace. But if you ain't ready to run, just sit it out. Just sit it out. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't a good look. It just wasn't a good look when to lose like that. And just if you're gonna lose gracefully.
Right.
I don't want to see.
Now he's married too, right?
All that. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You out there on the world stage representing us with nail polish on and all of that, and getting your ass kicked.
That part.
Yeah. I was on his head a little bit, but like I said, I gave him a little bit of grace when they told me he did have COVID. And yeah, Jamaica did not. They didn't do well in none of the events.
Nothing. Wow.
We was roasting my man. We was roasting my man at the shop. Shout out to my man Jay, my boy Jay, Jamaican brother. Oh, we was killing him all the last 2 weeks. He can't wait for these goddamn.
Y'all not right. Y'all not right.
We been killing him all ever since this shit been known. We like, nigga, where y'all at though? Because Jamaica, they've been dominated on the track and field for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So we on their head. We were like, nigga, not this time. They're not even getting
come back next year.
They're not even getting bronze and silver like that. Like they way in the back now. The men and the women, they fell all the way off.
Wow.
Is what it is. Is what it is. But anyway, what's our sister's name that they took the medal from?
Jordan Childs.
The gymnastics. Jordan Childs. Did y'all see that they took? She won the bronze. I think it was bronze. For the floor routine in the gymnastics thing. Now, why are they saying that they took her medal for? Because it was some strange thing that they.
It says after a court of arbitration for sports rules. I don't know. It really is vague. I don't know. I don't know if it was some type of routine that she did that was.
Because it was something that nobody ever lost a medal over. I know that they said that. Like there's a couple of things that you could lose the medal for if you drug in or if you cheated. She didn't do either one of those.
Right.
There's no allegations about drugging or cheating or anything like that. Right. They basically did some type of I'm white, not say so, and took the bronze and gave it to somebody else.
Her sister put out a message that said, "Keep Jordan and my family in your prayers. Racism is real. It exists. It's alive and well. They have officially 5 days later stripped her of one of her medals, not because she didn't win, not because she was drugged, not because she stepped out of bounds, not because she wasn't good enough, but because the judge failed to give her difficulty and forced an inquiry to be made. 4 seconds. Her bronze was stripped over 4 that would have never needed to happen if the judges did their job." Don't know what that means.
4 seconds, the coach didn't contest some points. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly what that means either.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, nobody ever lost their medal over something like that before.
5 days later, by the way. 5 days later. 5 days after winning. Yeah.
Right. But my thing is, sister, you know what you did. You know who you are. You know what you're capable of. You know what you went out there and did. You represent it. We all saw it. So they can't really take it back. The medal itself is just a symbol. You know what I'm saying? The victory is already yours. That's something they can't really take away from you. You won. You won. We know you won. You know you won.
Right.
So keep your head up and walk around here like a winner, like you're supposed to.
Period.
That's what I say to that.
Yep. And she did say again, there's only 2 ways you can be stripped of medal: cheating and doping. She did neither.
Right. Exactly. And so now they trying to take a medal, or not even a medal.
Oh, yeah.
They trying to take placement away from another sister.
Yes.
This time I got to put sister in quotations, because now we were talking about earlier on the Trump website. He talking about, getting rid of all of this gender fluidity stuff and all of this, any federal funding towards that stuff. And what I say to Black people who, choose these alternative sexual lifestyles and all of that, don't get into all of these word games with these people. Live your life how you want to live your life. You free to love who you want to love, be with who you want to be with. No judgment whatsoever from over here. But don't get caught up in these people's ideologies and start using the terminology that they throw out there for you to use and all of that, because the backlash of all of it comes on your Black ass. You are the shield, the crash dummy for all of this stuff. You are the mascot that they use, because Black people, we're the only ones in the country that have a real grievance. We're the only ones who have been historically, disenfranchised, deprived of resources, and mistreated and targeted in all these different ways. None of these other people really have a grievance like that. And so they get you to be a part of their movement, to be the face of it, to give legitimacy to their movement. Your Blackness is what gives legitimacy to their movement. Don't get caught up in that, because stuff like this. So the girl, she identifies as non-binary. This is a natural born female.
Woman. No question. Raven Saunders.
There's no questions about that. She's competing in the shot put competition. Real big, husky. I think she's an FBA. Yeah, she's basically a stud. But she identifies as non-binary. And she didn't even win, by the way. She came in like damn near last place. She came in 11th. I think out of 12, she came in 11th. And they're complaining now, since she identifies as non-binary, they're complaining that she should have never been able to compete against other women.
But these white dudes are competing against other people.
Right.
The ones with the wigs on. You know what I'm talking about.
Right. The boxer has XY chromosomes. Right. He was allowed to compete against women and win the gold.
And that was a boxing match, remember?
It's boxing, yes.
Yeah, that was boxing.
This is boxing. Now, in the shot put, this is somebody who was born female who just has something else going on in her head. She identifies. Oh no, her pronouns are they them. So when you read the articles about it, it says whatever her name is, came in 11th place. As they came in 11th place in the shot put competition, and we don't know if them is gonna be in whatever. You know, they're saying they and them and all this weird stuff.
Right.
Again, it's hella confusing, and now she's being targeted based on, you know, getting caught up in that pronoun shit. So they want to take her placement out altogether, make it like she never competed in the first place. Because since you don't identify as a woman, we're not going to treat you as a woman.
Yeah. So why let her get all the way there then?
That's how it goes for black folks. So when you black, just understand that you black. Your lifestyle is whatever it is, but you still a part of the black community. You're not a separate group. All right? That's the thing that I need my brothers and sisters to understand.
And she's from Charleston, North Carolina. I haven't found anything on her family, you know, where they're from or whatever. It just comes up that their surnames, her surname is Irish, German, and Nigerian. That's all it says. The last name,
Charleston,
yeah, that's all it says. But she was born in Charleston.
That's most likely an FBA sister.
Yeah.
Ain't too much immigrants down there or up there from where I'm at. Ain't too much immigrant population out there like that. She most likely an FBA sister, unless she was adopted or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not absolutely sure, but the point still stands either way. So now, all right, before we get into the main topic, and we gotta talk about this. In the Olympics, y'all know they had the breakdancing competition.
Oh Lord. That was so I mean, the clip that I seen was so cringe.
Yeah, I watched a lot of it. I watched a lot of it. There was some dope breakdancers in there. There was some trash breakdancers in there. My thing is, I don't know how they judge it.
Right.
I don't know how. I don't see. It's very much like arbitrary. You know what I'm saying? It's subjective. People have different styles. You know what I'm saying? The way that people have different things that they could do with their body, and they have different styles that work with, you know, how, you know, their abilities. So how do you determine who won? I don't get it. But some of them was dope. A lot of the Asians, of course, the Chinese, the Koreans, they get it in. There was one brother that was representing the US. I think he's has a Trinidadian background though. But he was real dope. He was nice. And I don't know if he won. I didn't see it all the way to the end. But he made it pretty far from when I was watching it. He kept going on and on. And there was the one Puerto Rican dude who was representing the US, who he was just all right to me.
Right.
He kept winning. Now, the judges is a bunch of Puerto Ricans.
Oh,
the guys that they got on stage, the hype men that they got on stage hyping everything up, is a couple of Puerto Ricans. You know, they got all these Puerto Ricans all up in the mix. And the Puerto Rican guy who was representing the US, he was beating guys that I didn't think he should have been beaten. It was a dude from the Netherlands, nice as fuck. I thought he killed him. Where was that other dude from who was real good? I forgot where the other dude was from, but it was another guy he went against who was doing some crazy shit that I never seen nobody do. And he was on beat, because a lot of them, and that's nothing I want to say about the breakdancing thing, a lot of them they real good with the acrobatics and the gymnastics of it all, but they not really dancing. You know what I'm saying? So to me, the guys that were the best are the guys who could do the acrobatics and they do it on beat and they still and dancing, you know what I'm saying, with the music. To me, those were the best guys. And so some of the ones that I saw,
they're breaking, but they were no dancing involved. They forgot the dance and the break.
A lot of them, yeah. Like especially a lot of the Europeans, the Lithuanians and all of that. The Puerto Rican guy, no, he could dance. I'm not saying the Puerto Rican guy couldn't dance, but there was just people that he was going against who were clearly better than him.
A lot better.
He was older too. Like, you know, they kept talking about him as being some type of legend, you know, whoever, I don't know. He was well known. And a lot of the guys he was going against, these dudes is 19, 20 years old, and they was doing some wicked shit. I was like, oh, he out of here. But he kept winning.
Yeah, that was definitely you know, some bias that's going on in that judging. And like you said, what is it being measured on? How do you get the points? Like, you know, we know when it's the 100-meter, 400-meter shot put, all those things, we know what that's measured on. How is this
Hey,
measured?
yeah, that's the thing I didn't really understand about it. And somebody said they saw an article that breakdancing is not coming back in 2028. I could see
It
that because
shouldn't.
there's probably a lot of negative backlash. There's probably
Hmm.
is a lot of negative, like people feeling like, well, okay, because okay, it's entertaining for the most part, but how do you judge it?
Yeah. Yeah, that didn't make sense. Now, this
How do you
girl
judge
from
it?
Australia
It's not a
that's on
sport.
this viral video, she looks old as hell to me.
Yes. Now that I'm gonna show. That I'm gonna share with y'all. Did y'all see the girl that was from Australia? She came in last place, by the way, as
How did
she
she
should.
make it to the Olympics in the first place, though?
She was trash. Hold on. Let me show y'all this.
She was
Let
bunny
me show.
hopping. You seen her when y'all seen her when she did the bunny hop thing?
That
This
was
woman was
crazy.
crazy.
Okay, I want to show the other video before I show that. Well, no, that's okay. I'll show this one since we're gonna go through that.
It was
I'll
so
just show this.
cringe.
It's probably gonna play music.
Can we mute it and play?
Yeah, let me just mute it so y'all could just see the
Yeah.
moves.
This was so cringe.
Somebody says she's 36. Somebody says she's
She looked
36. Yeah, she was up
46.
there doing
She looked 40.
kangaroo moves and
When
all
she
types of
did
shit.
this,
What is going on here? And so look, so the thing about it is this girl has a PhD in the culture of breakdancing.
nah,
She is a professor, a breakdance culture professor. She has a PhD and she teaches breakdancing for a living. This is her right here.
no, not a PhD in breakdancing.
So she came dead last, as she should, because she shouldn't have been up there with this foolishness. What is this?
No rhythm, no
This is
rhythm.
embarrassing. Look. Hilarious. So she went viral for that foolery. She went super viral for that foolery.
The bunny hop. That go to
Am
bunny
I
hop.
am I freezing or something?
I was saying, you know, when she did the bunny hop, that's not breakdancing.
Yeah.
That was the
I
bunny
don't know
hop.
what that is.
It was, you know, Meek Mill. Remember when he had to do that bunny hop thing? That's what that was given.
Yeah. That's what it was given. Yeah, man. So they credentialize these people, make them experts in our cultural inventions and our cultural innovations. Right. They give them credentials and make them experts and give them the platforms, and they completely ignore the people who originated it in the first place. There was not one foundational Black American. There was not one foundational Black American in the breakdancing competition in the Olympics. Now that not one. But I'll say, you know, okay, that's understandable because breakdancing been played out before most of us was even born.
True.
We've been stopped breakdancing. And so that's my thing about when we talk about the elements of hip hop. I think saying that breakdancing is an element of hip hop is somewhat of a misnomer. I think the element that we're talking about is street dancing in general.
Mm-hmm.
And street dances, they change and evolve with the music. We still have hip hop dances, we just don't break dance no more. But throughout the years, we have come up with different styles of dancing as the music changed. We stopped doing certain dances, like the stuff
they're doing a nay now.
You know, the Pee Wee Herman and all that. Not
you
now.
remember the Pee Wee Herman? Remember
Yeah.
the Pee Wee Herman? I still know how to do it.
We always have different dance crazes that go with our music.
Yeah.
And so the element is street dancing, period. It's not just breakdancing. Breakdancing was the style of dancing that we happen to be doing at the inception of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But the element is not b-boying and breakdancing itself. The element is just street dancing. Because us, where the culture comes from, we don't really breakdance like that no more.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of,
I don't know if y'all, but that's my opinion on the matter.
well, before we stop talking about it though, there is a petition on Change. Put together by brother Mike Baggs to preserve the true FBA origins of breakdancing and hip hop culture in the Olympics. So if you guys feel like, you want to sign this petition, it is on change.org. There's already over 1,100 signatures since it started 6 hours ago. So get involved. Let's preserve our culture.
Yeah, sign the petition, man.
Sign the petition.
Sign the petition, because that was that like I said, there was some cool displays up there, but to have a part of our culture on the world stage like that, that was somewhat of a mockery, man. That was somewhat of a mockery. And the reason why I say that is because not only were we not participants, they didn't even acknowledge us. There was nothing to highlight, Trixie and Sasa and Charlie Rock and none of these guys who are still around. You know what I'm saying? These people are still around. So you should have had them doing some type of commentary, just fly them out to interview them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When they were showing like the behind the scenes and giving you the so-called history, because they wasn't giving you the correct history on breaking, but they should have had the originators there to break some of that stuff down. And that would have made it more respectable. Even though, we don't do it like that no more. It's cool that other people have picked it up and preserved it to a certain degree, but you still got to pay homage to the originators.
Right, that are still here. And I do find it quite disrespectful, that they didn't involve them in some capacity. Right.
Yeah. Shout out to the new member, Key Prince. Appreciate you.
Hey,
appreciate you becoming a member. Definitely appreciate that. And some of y'all saying y'all signed the petition already. Okay, that's what's up. That's dope.
Awesome.
That's dope. All right, so main topic for today, man. Like I said earlier, a lot of Democratic shills out here trying to browbeat us, especially black men, into supporting Kamala Harris. And we just don't got no reason to support this heifer. Just say it like that.
She hasn't given
one. Got no reason to really support her like that. Right. They're supposed to earn the vote. Okay. But instead of trying to earn our vote, they want to talk to us like we're not just like we're children, but like we're their children.
Right. Or like trash, to be honest. Y'all dumb, MFers and blah blah blah. So why do you want us dumb idiots and all that to vote? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do you want our number since we're too stupid, to understand policy and all these things? Because basically they say we're dumb, right? So why do you want us dumbasses to vote for her then? Since we're so dumb.
We're the low information voters.
Right.
We're the low information voters. But it's people like this who got all the answers. It's people like this that know more than us. This is who we're supposed to be listening
to. To all black men who left the Democratic Party for the MAGA Party.
And that's another thing. We're not leaving the Democratic Party for the MAGA Party.
Right.
We ain't fucking with neither one of y'all.
Period.
We're leaving the Democratic Party for the Black Party. Okay, we're not even leaving the party. We just coming to our senses. Okay, we're being strategic with our vote. We're being politically mature. You know what I mean, about our voting practices. Not just going along with the program no more. So all of this to black men, all y'all black men that's leaving the Democratic Party to MAGA. No, it's not a lot
And
of
that's
black.
the MAGAs.
It's not a lot of black American Trump supporters out there like that. It's really not.
Mm-mm. And speaking of y'all, Uncle Luke, he cussed me out, by the way, last year, you guys. He on Twitter, told me F me and kind of just went ham on me last year sometime. But everybody has been putting up old tweets of him. One from May of 2022. He put, African Americans get nothing from the Democratic Party. All they do is use us for our votes. First of all, who's us? But anyway, people have been going in on him recently within the last couple of days about some old tweets of him kind of shitting on the Democratic Party. So we know that he was cut a check, clearly, because why are you going so hard right now? You weren't going hard 2 years ago.
Right. And that's exactly what us means. That's exactly what us means me.
Right.
Me personally. That's what the us means. We had to get on our brother Killer Mike with that same nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
When I forgot they was letting some corporations come out here in Atlanta to set up shop, and it was unfair competition for him and T.I.'s business. And so he got on TV crying, talking about, we out here getting people to vote for y'all and all that. Y'all can't look out for us. Us means they black ass.
Right. Right. And we know that to be true too. Celebrity donations that Kamala has gotten, for her campaign, right? When these people could have donated to some of the areas that they're in, to rebuild a lot of that stuff, to create housing, jobs, etc. So y'all gave her all this money. Well, really, it's a 50-50 chance if she gets it or not. So that's just money wasted if she don't get it, right? And then for the black ones that donated, what is she doing for you guys specifically? Because she ain't doing shit for us. We know that, on the grassroots level. So why are you guys donating like that? Like, do you think they get some of it back? I don't know.
No. They're allowed to keep all the donation money, win or lose. That's a bag.
Period.
That's a bag. They keep them donations. From what I understand, I seen that. I remember reading that somewhere. So y'all can research me on that. Y'all can fact check me on that. But from what I understand, they keep them donations, whether they win or lose. But yeah, and also right now it's past 7 o'clock too. So right now they're having something on Roland Martin's thing, Black Men for Kamala, right?
Right.
I think that's going on as we speak. So they probably browbeating us over there on Roland Martin's channel right now. But let Luke finish with his nonsense. Again, this is who we're supposed to listen to. This is intelligent black society. Check them out.
I'm going to offer you this one-time opportunity to come back. You can come back. You have until Sunday, 12 high noon.
Oh, we passed the deadline there.
We'll take you back. We'll take you back. There's no more blue, no matter who. It's Kamala, good bang, bang. Kamala, bang, bang.
What is he?
Coach.
We missed it, y'all. We missed the deadline, man. Damn. We missed out on the deadline. Oh shit. What we gonna do now? We can't come back, y'all. We're not allowed back on the plantation. What we gonna do now?
Right.
What is we gonna do now, y'all? So other than Uncle Luke and his nonsense, we had
Isaac Hayes
Ricky
Jr.
Smiley.
Oh yeah, him too.
I'll get to Isaac in a minute. Ricky Smiley was on his show, on his radio show the other day. And let me show y'all this. Oh no. This
nerd.
To him.
This
Pierre.
Nerd.
And I'm just gonna play a little bit. Y'all know comedian Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely not playing all of that. I'm just gonna let y'all see his goofy face. Y'all should get the information. Am I freezing up?
No.
because I got a few tabs open over here. Check out what Charlemagne the God had to say about Kamala on This Week with George Stephanos today. Send it to me on Instagram, if you could, Mama Love. Send it to me on Instagram. I didn't see that. But this is me and Pierre. Sound like a Haitian name, and I think he's half white or something.
Yeah, he is.
Man, I got to thinking about black men who just refuse to vote for Kamala. Just refuse. Trying to hide it under something else. They can't even verbalize why they refuse, man. But she, she on some bullshit. As in, he's not. He's proven his bullshit, but it's okay.
They all got the same logic. Because we're not supporting her, that automatically means we supporting Trump. What kind of
not just
nonsense is that?
It makes no sense. And they're saying black men don't have any reason not to vote for her. She has no agenda. Let's just start there. Damn her alleged Jamaican father and her going to an HBCU. What reason has she given black men to vote for her?
Right. So about we can't articulate why we don't support her. Can we articulate why she should support her? Articulate that.
And articulate it by saying that black men and women have to save democracy, and voting for her, not voting for her, is a vote for Trump. Give me something other than that.
Yeah, because I seen a clip the other day, and I probably should have had that pulled up. But I seen a clip the other day where he was asked about the economy, and for some reason, she immediately started talking about abortion.
Yeah.
They asked her a direct question about the economy. What's she going to do about the economy? And she immediately started talking about women's right to abortions. I was like, what kind of deflection is that?
Right.
Shout out to some chick named Star in the building.
Hey, cousin. I think I saw.
So here goes Ricky Smiley, and again, I'm not going to play the whole video. Wrong page. Hold on. I'm not going to play the whole video. Obviously, it's 4 minutes and some change, but you only need a couple of seconds of nigga babble to get the point. Also, all you need is a couple of seconds of some nigga babble.
Are you excited about Tim Walz? I already know the answer to that question.
Always.
Man, yeah, always. You ain't even know who Tim Walz was last week.
Right.
You didn't even know who the hell that man was. Man, yeah, always. I'm very excited about Tim Walz. Yeah. We got another white boss. I'm always excited about a good white boss.
That's what it's giving.
What excites you the most about him?
Just that he's just a regular, like he reminds you of your high school principal. He reminds you of your
right. He reminds you of an authority figure.
Right.
Your high school principal.
Master.
Your boss. What about him excites you? Oh man, he just reminds me of one of my bosses.
Master.
Probation officer. That's what excites you about him. Oh, he's a good old white man. What else do I need? Ain't that enough? They ain't say nothing about no policy, nothing about nothing. And look, Tim Walz, when she picked Tim Walz to be her VP, I actually gave good feedback. I thought it was a good pick strategy-wise. Strategy-wise, I thought that was a good pick for Kamala. I said, okay, that was a good move. You didn't fumble that one. In my opinion, that was a good strategic pick because there are some good things that you could lean into with Tim Walz because he being the governor of Minnesota, we know that's where the George Floyd thing took place. That was ground zero in 2020 during all of the uprisings and all of that. And we can't criticize him too much about the way he handled that situation because he was at odds with the Trump who was in office at the time. The Trump administration, was saying that he should have deployed Secret
The
Service,
National Guard.
National Guard immediately and all of that. They wanted him to basically bring the army out there and start attacking people. And he was like, no, no, no. You know, he called it an injustice. He said, you know, people have a right to protest. People have a right to be upset. You know what I'm saying? And so he took his time before, you know, he was forced to deploy the Secret Service. That was good. And like I said, he called it an injustice that it was. He didn't try to make excuses for Derek Chauvin. When Derek Chauvin got convicted, you know, he said this was cool, but it still wasn't enough to say that we have justice. In order for us to have justice, we need to have real systemic change. All of that was on point. So there's some good things that you could say about Tim Walz if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Talk about why you support him. Not talking about, oh, he remind me of my principal. What the hell is that?
And with the George Floyd, you know, situation, I mean, the man died, was murdered right on camera in front of us. Like, there was no other way for him. He couldn't defend that, even though they'll spin it any way that they can.
Oh yeah, they're trying.
Yeah, and it also took, you know, a lot of folks in the grassroots turning up. They turned up.
Right. Now, yeah, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying it's good for her, you know, strategy-wise. I'm not saying that he's a friend of Black society or anything like that.
Absolutely
I'm not giving him props. I'm saying there are some things about him that they can use and lean to, you know what I'm saying, to push their narrative about them being so-called friends of Black society. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's good for them. I'm not saying it's good for us, because yes, I'm aware that he's heavy on pushing the gender stuff. And you know, all type of stuff out there in Minnesota about kids getting sex changes and all of that nonsense. I ain't with none of that. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of
migrant situation.
Right. Excuse me. Right. The migrant situation, all of that. So he's definitely, you know, heavy Democratic, liberal, you know, all of the stuff that we're against here in Black society, you know, in the new Black media and all the stuff that we push back against that's coming from the liberals. He's with all of that stuff. So I'm not saying he's good for us. Don't confuse what I'm saying. I'm saying it was
strategy-wise.
Strategy-wise. Blacks are the only race that doesn't stand out for each other from America to Africa. The Asians will also support each other. Whites, same. Even Trump is wrong. The whites are supporting him. Well, I know plenty of Black people that support Black people. A lot of the Black people I know are very supportive of other Black people. So I don't know about that. You know, I understand how it can be perceived that way, because, you know, ever since we started getting flooded with a lot of immigrants,
right? Even the melanated ones,
people who don't come from our culture, you know, we have had a hard time getting a lot of people on code with certain things when it comes to like boycotts and certain things like that. We have a lot of non-FBA people that look like us who, you know, go across the picket line, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But these people are not from our culture, so that kind of explains things. But for the most part, you know, we pretty much in tune with each other as foundational Black Americans. You know, we do a Black business showcase here. I don't know if this is your first time viewing us, but on this channel, we do something called the Black Business Showcase. We bring a lot of Black businesses on, and we interview the business owners and so forth, and they do get a lot of support. You know, when we went out to the FBA Expo in Dallas, you know, there was a bunch of Black people, Black businesses out there, and Black people were there to support. We got supported. You know what I'm saying? When we launched our very first book, you know, people don't know us from Adam. You know, we didn't have a lot of viewers at the time or anything. People were there supporting us, you know, with their dollars and all of that. So I do see a lot of Black support. I do see it. Let me go back to Ricky Smiley.
A high school football coach, and he was a football coach that led his team to a national, not national, but to a state championship. And he is just awesome. He's for the people. He stand up for women's rights, and he's a popular governor in the great state of Minnesota, which Trump won in 2016. That state was picked off by Joe Biden, and I think we'll definitely get his state and the state of Pennsylvania as well. Either one of those governors would have been a great choice for Kamala Harris. I'm just sick of the Black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. Y'all need to.
No, it don't.
No, it doesn't.
No matter how many times y'all say that, it don't mean that.
Right.
No matter how many times y'all try to repeat that. And I had that conversation with one of my dudes today. One of my guys. We be going back and forth in the DMs about all of this stuff. He's a Democratic supporter. And so, you know, we be going back and forth in the DM a lot, very respectfully. You know, that's my guy. You know what I mean?
Right.
We just disagree on this. And so today, he said something like that to me today, where he said, he sent me something about Trump. And he was like, yo, your boy is spiraling out of control, da, da, da. And I was like, that's not my boy. And whatever the clip was, I forgot what it was about, but whatever the clip was, I didn't agree with what Trump was saying in the clip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, first of all, that's not my boy. And so I put in bold letters, capital letters, I do not support Trump and I am not voting for Trump. Let me be very clear about that. He's like, what's up with all the caps? I never said you was voting for Trump, but you the only person I talk to that be advocating for him. I said, now, why would I be advocating for somebody, but I'm not voting
and
for
not
them?
vote for him? Makes no sense.
That don't make no sense. I'm gonna be out here advocating for you to vote for somebody that I'm not going to vote for.
Right.
That don't make no sense. But somehow in their mind, us not supporting Kamala means we're supporting Trump.
You know what also is mind-boggling? These are some people who swear that they know Dr. Claude Anderson and have things like that, but y'all still doing the same shit, you know what I'm saying, that he's been speaking against since at least we know of the 90s, 80s, 90s. Y'all still doing the very thing that he's been talking to us about not doing. Your vote is for sale. Quid pro quo. All these things that people swear that they read and study Dr. Claude Anderson, but you're doing the same bullshit.
You talking about Ricky Smiley and Uncle Luke?
I'm just talking about not the celebrity class. I'm talking about most of the people that follow us, or the people that, you know, we engage with, whether it's in DM, personally, in the barbershop, at work and stuff. These are people who
I don't know about that.
say that they know, but we're still not doing what he said.
Yeah, I know about that. How could you be a student of Dr. Claude Anderson
I agree
and not understand what we saying?
I see it on Twitter all day. I see people when I met before at the museum and stuff, and she is to me, in my opinion, a heavy shield. You know what I'm saying? But you're in our circles, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's an op.
It's giving.
That is an op.
Giving that. It's weird.
I don't believe.
And I'm like,
you ain't read no Powernomics. You ain't read Dirty Little Secrets and the Black History Reader. You ain't read that.
And I got all that back here.
Unless you got pretty low reading comprehension or something, because ain't no way.
There's many of them out here, y'all, that talk that talk and still talking about democracy. And why we got to vote for her to save democracy in the same fucking breath.
I still got the screen up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
So look. You know what I want y'all to notice? I'm gonna go back to when she asked him about Tim Walz. I want y'all to pay attention to his energy and the way that he's speaking when he talks about Tim Walz. Pay attention to his delivery, his attitude, the inflections. Take a listen. Oh, my bad. Hold on.
Remind you of your high.
Are you excited about Tim Walz? I already know the answer to that question.
Always.
What excites you the most about him?
Just that he's just a regular, like, he remind you of your high school principal. He remind you of your high school football coach, and he was a football coach that led his team to a state championship. And he is just awesome. He's for the people. He stand up for women's rights, and he's a.
So doesn't he sound very jovial? And just right. You know, he's in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? He's very pleasant. You know what I'm saying about the way that he speaks about him. Now, when we mind, listen to how the attitude changed. Listen to how the attitude changes when he starts talking about black folks.
The black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Those governors would have been a great choice for Kamala Harris. I'm just sick of the black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like that's just garbage.
Yeah,
it's just garbage.
Can
Everybody
we be
got
united
to find
on anything? Yeah.
Listen to the disdain and the disgust in his voice.
But for Massa, oh, he was a football. It just reminds you of your football coach, and he's this and he's like, and then you get to the black people and block them.
Right. Y'all need to stop blocking them.
But why do we have to block people because we don't agree? You know, it's natural to not agree with everything that everyone says or does, or in belief systems and things like that. That doesn't mean I need to block you, or don't feel like we can come be friends based on some of the commonalities that we do have. I don't need to block you over, not supporting a candidate. You know what I'm saying? That's weird to me. It's
right.
cult-like. It's cult-like.
And right, like I said earlier about my homeboy who we be going back and forth, and damn, I just lost the audio. I'm gonna have to refresh. Oh no, I think I just got to refresh over here. Hold on a second. But like I said, my homeboy, we don't agree on these things. We be going back and forth all the time about it, but we still cool. That's still my dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not about to block him.
You can still call. Yeah. We still check in on each other. We still look out for each other's kids, all that. You know what I'm saying? He's still my guy. And same thing with, shout out to my auntie. My auntie called me the other day. Shout out to my auntie, Donna Jean, one of my favorite people in the world. Love her to pieces.
She country. Donna Jean, that middle name Jean. If they middle name is Jean or May, you already know they from the South.
Hey, and I'm the only person, in the family that call her that, by the way. Nobody else don't call her that but me. But just one of my favorite people in the world. She called me the other day. She said she called me Diggs. Diggs, I can't take it no more, Diggs. Why are you going so hard on Kamala? I said, come on, auntie. I said, this is what you called me for? She like, you're going hard every day. You got to chill on her. I said, well, listen, auntie, don't CNN go in every day?
Right.
I said, don't.
And y'all stay glued.
Ain't MSNBC going in right now if you turn on the TV? And so, me and her had a conversation about it. And, she was asking me, why this and why that. And I was giving her,
right, the truth.
I was giving her the feedback. And this is the thing. This is the thing about a lot of our people who are under that spell, because there's some type of religion, this vote blue no matter who thing.
It is.
It's like a religious spell. And this is the thing about some of our people that's under that spell. When we explain things to them, they get it. They agree with you. They understand, but they still not about to change their mind though. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like trying to tell somebody something about the Bible is incorrect, or something, something about their religion that's incorrect. Something that they've been believing their whole life, something that they learned from their mama and their grandmama. They done got married under this religion. They done have all these customs. They're so invested into this thing that even though you present them with evidence to the contrary of whatever it is that they believe, they can't accept it. And you know what? That's okay. That's still my auntie. I still love my auntie. I ain't got no beef with my auntie. You know what I'm saying?
We just disagree.
I ain't gonna be belligerent and disrespectful toward my aunt because she don't see what I'm, she don't agree with what I'm saying, or she ain't gonna get on code with what I'm saying we need to be doing. That's okay. Do your thing, auntie. We got this. I think so many people are so afraid of racism, but as Black people, we deal with racism every single day. Before Trump became a candidate, we've been dealing with, or what is it, over 4 years ago, but we've been dealing with racism since the inception of this country. You deal with it every single day, directly or indirectly.
You know what I'm saying? So what is this big fear thing that he brings that why wasn't it there before him, I guess, is the question.
And to me, it always goes back to Elder Neely Fuller. When you don't understand white supremacy, what it is and how it works, everything that you think you understand
will confuse you.
Only serve to confuse you. That is the most truest shit ever spoken. That is the most truest shit ever spoken. So if you don't understand white supremacy, and to me, you don't really understand white supremacy if you never read the ISIS papers. You're not in tune with Dr. Francis Cress Welsing. You're not in tune with Neely Fuller. You don't really understand white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Prior to me coming in contact with those two individuals, even though I did have a lot of different pieces of the puzzle, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I've been studying 120 lessons and all of that since I was very young, before I ever read ISIS papers or anything like that. I came across Malcolm and all of that before I ever read ISIS papers and all of that. But the missing piece of the puzzle was ISIS papers. If you ain't got that, you don't really understand what we mean when we say white supremacy. So a lot of people, they just equivalent, when they think of white supremacy, they just think about the KKK, you know what I'm saying? They think about the skinheads and police, you know, Donald Trump, the white extremism, you know what I'm saying? That's Hitler, you know what I'm saying? That's their understanding of white supremacy. So when you see a Joe Biden, a Tim Walz, you know, your football coach, your principal, and lady down at the library and at the bank, and when you see that, it doesn't register. It don't compute. You know what I'm saying? You need to see a full sheet to understand. You need to see a swastika
to understand.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about, man. And so we got to have grace with our people. We got to have grace with some of our people. Now, some people, some of these shills, no. Some of these shills, they know what they're doing.
I don't
give them no pass. That's the difference. When we talking about coons and all of that, in order to be a coon, that means you have to know that you cooning.
Right.
If you somebody who's misinformed, I could give you some grace. But a coon, oh nah. A tether,
they know. They know. And
y'all know what y'all
doing. Raheem posted something a few days ago, and I thought it's so relevant to these the coon celebrities as well as the academics or whatever. A quote from Carter G. Woodson that says, "Our most educated blacks will be our new enslavers." And to me, that was so like, you know what I'm saying?
Shit.
That cut real as shit. When I saw this, I said, oh, wow, I had to share this with my family because I go through with more than just one aunt, but a whole family group, you know what I'm saying, about the Democratic plantation or whatever. And I put that in our family text, like, I have to share this with y'all because this is what it is. Because all they're saying is she went to a HBCU. This is an educated black woman.
Right.
Okay.
The thing about our educated class is there's so much that has to be unlearned,
right?
Because, like, you know, that came from Carter G. Woodson, but I believe it was John Henry Clark. And I don't remember the quote verbatim, but he basically said the same thing. He basically was saying the same thing. You think that your oppressor is going to give you the education to liberate you? You got to be the big fool under the sun.
Period.
And he ain't say nothing like that. The quote wasn't nothing like that, but that's basically what he meant. You know what I'm saying? But it boils down to the same thing. You going through their education system and you think that you are equipped to liberate your people? Not unless you went in there already debriefed. You know what I'm saying? Unless you already went in there with your third eye open.
And they don't.
Because that's the way I send my son to school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I remind them every morning on the way to school. What's your job, son? What's your job to do in this building? Oh, I got to master the lies. Why is it important? Why is it important to master the lies, son? Because I need to understand why they lied in the first place. The why is the biggest part.
So that goes back to what I said about the parents. Educating your children at home, having those conversations at home, and not depending on this system to educate your children properly, especially Black history, our history, how to deal with white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? Each and every day, especially the covert white supremacy.
Yeah, you say peace.
Hey.
Am I lying?
What? No. You do this pretty much every
day. All right.
Every day.
You know that?
As he should.
You know what it is. You know what it is. But let's get to Isaac Hayes III. He's been getting on my nerves more than anybody. But this is again. Now, what school did Isaac Hayes go to? Speaking of educated Negroes.
Let's see.
Look that up. Did he go to school?
Let me see. Because all of a sudden we need to listen to him.
Yeah. And I'm going to play this video so y'all can hear what he had to say. And we're going to debunk all of this right here today.
He didn't get his high school diploma to the age of 21.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's right here. He dropped out of high school, but the former teacher at Manassas School in Memphis encouraged him to complete his diploma, which he did at the age of 21.
Okay, so then he was just one of them privileged kids who, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to worry about getting a job or nothing like that anyway. So he just grew up privileged. You know, he Isaac Hayes' son, so he ain't worried about getting no education. But now he's the smartest nigga in the room.
Right.
He's the smartest nigga in the room. And look, I'm not knocking it. Look, I got a GD. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter, but you know.
But this thing worked though. This thing worked pretty good. But when you listen to this guy, he swears this is his big gotcha moment right here. This is his big gotcha moment. You could tell by the way he delivering it. Like, yeah, I got these niggas now. Yeah. I got this. This was his chess move right here. He think he got us in checkmate. Listen to this. Hold on.
It's on mute. I can't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it?
We can't hear anything.
Doing that. Oh, my bad. I thought I got the sound back. Hold on. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Hold on 1 second. Y'all bear with me. Sorry.
Now where'd he go? Well, looks like Sincere got lost in the sauce, but he will be back shortly. Make sure you guys are sharing this broadcast out. And there he is, like magic.
I gotta reshare the screen real quick. Let me play this for y'all. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'll let the video play to the end. Let me start over.
Okay.
Okay, I got you. Okay, here we go. Sorry about all that. Sorry about all that. Appreciate y'all bearing with me. Here we go. Let me put this on the screen. Hold on. What the hell was that? Put this on the screen. Boom. Now, here we go. You should be able to hear it now.
So I got a question.
You can hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
For people that say Kamala Harris said she's not going to do anything specifically for the black community. The little clip that's been taken out of context. Can you show me a clip of her or even Trump saying, hey, Latino people, this is exactly what I'm going to do for you, and I'm not even going to do it for white people, and I'm not going to do it for black people, and I'm not going to do it for Asian people, and I'm not going to do it for the Persian community, just you. Wouldn't that have the same effect? Wouldn't you be just as offended if you saw videos of that? Because I haven't seen any videos of her saying that. I've seen a video taken out of context, but I think it would have the same effect for me if I saw candidates campaign and saying, look, check this out. Latino people, I got y'all. I'm going to do this, this, and this. I ain't going to do it for the black people, though. I'm not going to do it for the white people either, but just you, right? Where are those videos at? Because that would have the same effect as what you guys are talking about. That's kind of like a common sense thought process, right? There would be evidence. I would be just as offended, right? If you saw her in a room of people saying, look, I got y'all. When I get in there, I'm going to do this for y'all and nobody else, right? Somebody find me those videos. And then let's have the conversation about what these candidates are going to do specifically for black people. Because I can't find any videos of them saying stuff they're going to do specifically for any other group of people either.
Well, we can go to the White House website, sir. They don't need a video. Shit.
Right. That's the thing about it. Right? Okay. So we'll do you one better, Isaac. We'll do you one better. We heard the whole context. Yeah, that's another thing. I also want to deal with the clip being taken out of context situation. That might require a whole separate broadcast right there. And really what I want to do is I want to bring one of y'all naysayers up here and play the entire context of what she said in that interview with the Griot. I want one of y'all vote blue no matter who was to come on here and defend this woman and tell us we taking that out of context. I want to play the whole thing and break the whole thing down. Right. Mama Love said she didn't have to say it. She just did it. And that's what we're going to show you right now. Mr. Hayes.
With several receipts, not just one. We're going to break down several receipts.
Right. So, and notice when he said after we show him those clips that he's looking for, then we could talk about things being done specifically for black people. So that tell you he's not for things being done specifically for black people. So if that's not your thing, you shouldn't be speaking for black people. If you think nothing should be done specifically for black people,
shut your ass up.
You're not trying to get nothing done for the people. You're talking about, all right, justify what y'all saying. You can show me the opposite being done, which we are going to show you, by the way. So first of all, we're going to start off with the Asian hate crime bill.
Yep,
let's just start there.
Let's start with her people.
And I know y'all going to say, oh, that the Asian hate crime bill, it wasn't just for Asians. Y'all keep saying that lie. That's a lie. Hold on, let me go to the direct tab. Share this tab.
That's refugees.
Saying, oh, it was the COVID-19 hate bill. It was the COVID-19 bill. Okay, let's see.
That's specifically
President Joe Biden on Thursday signed into law anti-hate crime legislation in response to the surge of attacks on Asian Americans during the COVID-19 pandemic. Every time we're silent, every time we let hate flourish, we make a lie of who we are as a nation. No, you don't. But anyway, Biden said before signing the bill 2 days after Congress finished passing it, we cannot let the very foundation of this country continue to be eaten away like it has been in other moments in our history and happening again. What does that mean? I'm gonna read that quote for y'all again. That's another quote from your president. He said, "We cannot let the very foundation of this country continue to be eaten away like it has been in other moments in our history and happening again." You know what that translates to me as? We can't let the same thing happen to other people that we let happen to the Negroes.
Translation.
That's the translation of that. The newly enacted law would establish a position within the Justice Department. I don't want to read the whole thing. I'm just trying to get to the specifics here. Because this was bipartisan, by the way. The vote was, I think only one person voted against it. Republicans early in the process expressed concern that the legislation was duplicative of other hate crime statutes and would be designed instead to use as a political sigil against the GOP. Former President Donald Trump and other Republicans enraged Democrats and many Asian American advocates by derisively referring to the coronavirus as the China virus repeatedly and using other inflammatory terms. So originally, what they're saying is originally in the bill, they had some language in there that was basically attacking what Donald Trump was saying about it being the China virus and all of that. And so the Republicans was like, well, if you take that out of there, then we'll pass it. But y'all not going to use this to try to badger us. You know what I'm saying? We don't got no problem with y'all passing the law and allocating the resources, but you got to change some of it so that y'all can't use it as a hammer against us politically. That's all that was. That was the only pushback they got about it. During his speech, Biden references high-profile. Okay, during his speech, Biden referenced several high-profile recent attacks, including this year's mass shooting in Atlanta area that left 6 Asian American women dead. The law has been met with some criticism from advocates who say it does not go far enough. So the Asians wanted more. They had advocacy saying, yeah, this is cool, but it doesn't go far enough. And it doesn't address
the Charleston victims. What about the victims in the Charleston church shooting? 9 people got murdered there. We didn't get no fast track hate crime bill.
Buffalo.
We can go on and on, to be honest.
The list goes on and on.
Past and present.
You can name names.
Right.
Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown.
Right.
List goes on and on. Vice President Kamala Harris spoke before Biden and touched upon her nuanced personal background and her as the first Asian American to hold the position. In my life, my lived experience, I have seen how hate can pervade our communities, Harris said. I have seen how hate can impede our progress, and I have seen how people uniting against hate can strengthen our country. So she was speaking as an Asian at that one.
Yeah.
All right.
We can't have these dual allegiances when it comes to foundational Black Americans, clearly, because we always get put in the.
And thank you for the super chat, by the way, Mama Love. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mama.
Let me share this tab. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna spend too much time because we got a bunch of receipts here. So let me go on to the next one.
Which one are we doing next?
Congress. There's still COVID-19, but this is on the Congress website.
Oh yeah, the Hate Crime Act.
See?
So this is them putting it into law.
Right. So I don't gotta share no audio, so it's okay. But I lost audio. But I don't need to share no audio. Okay. All right. So now this is on Congress.gov. This is the actual bill. Let me go down here. Congress finds the following. Following the spread of COVID-19 in 2020, there has been a dramatic increase in hate crimes and violence against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. According to a recent report, there were nearly 3,800 reported cases of anti-Asian discrimination and incidents related to COVID-19 between March 19, 2020 and February 28th of 2021 in all 50 states and the District of Columbia. During this time frame, race has been cited as the primary reason for discrimination, making up over 90% of incidents, and the United States condemns and denounces any and all anti-Asian and Pacific Islander sentiment in any form. This is very specific, family.
Very specific. Isaac Hayes, are you here, sir? Because you asked for this. Can somebody tag Isaac Hayes, please?
This is the bill. It doesn't include anybody else. It doesn't say Asian and, well, it does say Asian and Pacific Islanders, still right. Asian. More than 1,900,000 Asian American and Pacific Islander older adults, particularly those of older adults who are recent immigrants or have limited English proficiency, may face even greater challenges in dealing with COVID-19 pandemic, including discrimination, economic insecurity, and language isolation. So look at all these names.
Right.
Joyji Tan, Du Yafeng, China Ashley Yan, Gao. I can't say some of the names, but they all Asian. Can you read some of them names?
Not all of them.
Can you read some of them?
Yeah. Xiao Jietan, Dayu Feng, Delena Ashley Young Gonzalez, Paul Andre Michaels, Sun Chung Park, Hyun Jung Grant, Suncha Kim, Young A.
All Asians.
All Asians.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
Where did the victims of the Charleston shooting and as well as Buffalo, since those, Buffalo, we'll just start at Buffalo, New York, because that was like one of the most recent. Charleston, what did they get?
You remember what they did with that? They signed a hate crime for anti-Semitism after the Buffalo shooting.
After Buffalo, yeah.
After the Buffalo shooting, they expanded hate protections for the Jewish people.
Right. Nothing for our black
guys. Because I think he had a Nazi symbol on his gun. Never mind that he wrote nigger on the gun and killed a bunch of black people. He said, "Here's your reparations." Remember that part. Here's your reparations. Okay. You need some more Hayes the third. You need some more. Federal government to pay long overdue $940 million to Native American tribes. Okay, so this was back when Obama was in office.
Right.
This is back when Obama was in office. And I don't even need to share it. I'm just going to read it. But federal government to pay long overdue $940 million to Native American tribes. By the way, this is on NPR.org. In the latest series of major settlements with Native American tribes, Obama administration has agreed to pay $940 million for failing to compensate tribes for services that they carried out. The 25-year-old case involves claims that the government paid tribes less than it had promised under contracts for public services such as education and law enforcement. Now, mind you,
because remember,
these people,
they have their own schools.
Right.
They have their own hospitals. They have their own law enforcement agencies, everything on those reservations.
Paid for with our tax dollars.
Right.
Their entire infrastructure, all of their institutions are paid for by our tax dollars, even though they don't have to pay taxes.
Right, their taxes.
And they didn't get back. This was going back to the 1970s. These contracts that they were suing about, that they didn't get fully compensated. Not that they didn't get nothing, but they didn't get fully compensated based on those contracts. So every president from 1975 all the way up to Obama ignored them. And then Obama got in there and said, "Oh, okay, we owe y'all some money. We'll cut y'all a check right now." Right. And that was just one of a series of checks. That was almost $1 billion. And that was just one out of a series of checks. That wasn't for nobody else but the Native American tribes.
Right. Where we gonna get that? What about the debt? The debt. What about the national debt?
Right. Because look, I'm not saying that the Native Americans don't deserve that or that they shouldn't have got that. I'm not even saying that. If a debt is owed, pay the debt that is owed. But keep the same energy because we're owed a debt too.
Right. And let's be clear, some of those Native tribes owe freedmen, which is us, foundational Black Americans, money too. If we're gonna go there, y'all better read that peace treaty.
1866, I think. treated 1866, I think it is. Y'all double check that. Ask Dr. Claude Anderson. Okay, let me go to the next one. We still going, Isaac Hayes III. Okay, this is Biden administration now. Oh, did I mention that nobody else was entitled to those Native American dollars to Native Americans?
Right.
Okay, Biden admin to shell out nearly $700,000 for transgender sex education program. Yes, this was earlier this year, January 2024. The Biden administration Department of Health and Human Services will appropriate nearly $700,000 in funds for a pregnancy prevention program directed at transgender males. So, you woman, I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, and you know how we talk about this. So you were born a woman, you identify as a man, and so you don't want to get pregnant.
You can't.
No, you were born a woman, so you got ovaries.
Oh, okay. I had it backwards.
You transition to a man, and so now you need something to prevent you from getting pregnant, and Biden is cutting a check for $700,000 to help out with that. So that ain't for nobody else but them.
Right.
By the way.
Very specific. But what Isaac is going to say is, well, that's not race specific, but we all know here in the black grassroots is anytime they're handing over resources, it's never for us, it's for the white people within those said groups. Let's be very clear about that too. But he's going to say this isn't race-based.
But also, we're not asking for anything to be race-based. We're talking about lineage.
Right. Lineage.
We're talking about status. Freedman is a status.
It sure is.
You know, LGBT, that's an identity. That's something that's going on in your head.
Yeah.
We have a historical status within this country, same as the Native Americans. They get what they're supposed to get based on their status. You know, so we're not talking about race. Because that was the case, and it would be for anybody black, because that's the race. We all black. We talking about foundational Black American freedmen. Let me see. What's the next one? The next receipt for Mr. Isaac Hayes here. CFAM. Yep. Biden administration spends $4.1 billion on LGBT programs.
Right.
This was last year, 2023. In the last 3 years, the U.S. government issued more than $4.1 billion in taxpayer money through 1,100 grants to fund LGBT promoting projects around the world. So some of these are not even American citizens.
Right.
So the Biden administration has insistently made LGBT rights a core part of U.S. foreign policy, forcing other nations to embrace controversial ideologies to get Western aid funding. So they saying, y'all want some funding? Y'all better get the buck breaking. We're going to put tariffs on your country if y'all don't get the buck breaking.
And I see on here, United States and Thailand. So some of this money is definitely not just going here. It's being allocated to Thailand as well. 3.5 million of it is going to Thailand, or a portion of it.
It says these individual payouts totaled more than 3.7 billion, and an additional 478 million has been designated for programs centered on transgender activities.
What activities? What kind of activity does a transgender do that nobody else does?
Hormone blockers.
That's not an activity.
I don't know what they got going on. Don't ask me to lie.
Money will be used to investigate the effects of cross-sex hormone treatment on the rectal mucosa of transgender women in the United States and Thailand.
So activity.
Yeah. Bussy.
I need you to turn my bunghole into a bussy.
Bussy. Wow. This is crazy.
All right. So Isaac Hayes, so far we got who we got? We got the Native American tribes, You got the LGBT,
Mm-hmm.
and who was the first one again?
The Asians.
Oh yeah, the Asian.
Asian hate crime. Mm-hmm.
The Asian. Okay, and so now let's get to Hispanics.
Right.
Biden expands immigration protections to undocumented spouses and streamline employment-based visas for DACA recipients. And to be clear, to be fair, it's not just Hispanics. It's mostly Hispanics that the DACA stuff applies to, but it's not just Hispanics.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair. On June 18th, the Biden administration announced policy changes that will provide immigration relief to thousands of deeply rooted immigrants in the United States. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Everybody except Foundational Black Americans, Isaac, is getting something. You know, actually, for these people, they're not even voting because a lot of them can't, but they're still getting resources. Yeah, you guys are telling us what Black men and Black women should, right? We know.
But that's what this program is for, to make them become voters.
Right.
So they're giving them resources and all that, but they're also trying to fast track their citizenship so that they can become voters. Yeah. So let me see. The White House estimates over 500,000 people benefit, and the average applicant has resided in the United States for 23 years. So these people have been over here for 23 years and still ain't got their paperwork.
Right. Because they're here illegally.
Second measure announced by the White House would ease the process for DACA beneficiaries and potentially other dreamers to access high-skilled employment visas. This will allow employers to keep their critical employees while providing DACA recipients opportunity to continue to invest in their communities. Okay. Shall we continue?
Isaac, shall we go on? Because we got more. We haven't even got on Ukraine. We haven't even got on Ukraine. Isaac.
Right. We ain't hit Ukraine yet. Let's do Ukraine. Congress restores access to benefits for thousands of Ukrainians. What kind of benefits they talking about, Isaac?
Let's see.
The U.S. Committee for Refugees and Immigrants applauds Congress for its vote authorizing Ukrainians who are now arriving in the United States to receive resettlement support and other assistance. As part of a $95 billion supplemental package signed by President Biden on April 24th, Ukrainian humanitarian parolees who have been arrived in the United States since September of 2023 are newly eligible for resettlement assistance and other benefits available to refugees. This long delayed, right? We ain't even in a year yet.
Right.
As of right now, forget about when the article was written. As we speak right now, it hasn't even been a year since they got here.
Right.
They're talking about long delayed vote reaffirms the United States commitment to welcome Ukrainians displaced by the war in Ukraine. President and CEO Eskinder Nagash said, "We are grateful members of Congress. Finally addressed this harmful lapse in support for newly arriving Ukrainians." Boy,
okay. What got me though, and maybe I'm reading this wrong, but the parolees thing. So they were on parole out there because parole
that's what they refer to them as.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Yeah, That's what they refer to them as. The newly arrived refugees. They use that term parolee to refer to them. But Congress also approved $481 million in supplemental funding for the Office of Refugee Resettlement, as well as $9.15 billion in other humanitarian aid. Man, it's a lot of money being shelled out.
But we're told to just vote because we have to save democracy and keep Trump out. Fuck policy is what they're telling us, while everybody else is getting huge economic packages.
So Mike, shout out to Mike in the chat. Mike, you sound like you're a Kamala supporter. Kamala 2024, Mike says, "Let's go. Trump and the Republicans don't give two shits about minorities." Okay. Mike, I would like to invite you to come on here to defend the Democrats and Kamala Harris specifically. can you put in the chat if you think, I know you saw the infamous clip when Kamala Harris said, I'm not going to do nothing that's only going to benefit Black people. No. I know you're familiar with that infamous clip, right, Mike? Now, Mike, are we taking that clip out of context, Mike? Or did she say what she said? If you believe, Mike, that we're taking that clip out of context, I would like to invite you on so we can watch the clip in full context and break it down to make sure we understand exactly.
He said absolutely. Drop the link.
Yeah, I'm talking about another time though. We don't got time for that today.
Okay.
We don't got time for that today. But I'm at Sincere Love to God on all social media platforms. Send me a DM on Instagram if that's you, Mike. Unless you're just trolling. But yeah, if you're willing to stand on that and come on here and defend it, send me a DM and we could set up a time for that we could do that. Because I would like to do that with one of you.
I can do it on IG. Probably can do it on IG.
Yeah, we could do it on IG, whatever. Mm-hmm. Somebody hit up Isaac Hayes III. Tell him to come and defend it.
Right.
Somebody hit up Isaac Hayes III in the comment section. Y'all over there watching on Instagram, tag Isaac Hayes III and tell him to come and defend that. We could watch it in context and see if we got it wrong or not. Right. Cool, Keezy. We don't. Yeah, Mike over here talking about minorities. Right. You're in the wrong section. Where's your family from, Mike? Mike, where is your family from? In 2023, she allocated $6.4 billion for AAPI small businesses. Thank you for that. Some chick named Star. More money.
Right, money. But I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to be in the fit. No, with her sister girl neck roll. She ain't saying that to the AAPI.
Yeah, I don't believe Mike. Bruce. Mike said he never saw that clip. I don't believe that.
We don't believe
Everybody seen that clip by now. We made that clip infamous back in 2020.
Yeah, we don't believe that, Mike. Come on now. You haven't been hiding under a rock, Mike. Come on.
That's an infamous clip. That clip is haunting the Democrats.
Right.
That's why they out here trying to spin it and talk about we taking it out of context and all that. That's haunting y'all shills.
Exactly.
No.
With the don't forget that, she had the sister girl neck roll down packed.
And as a matter of fact,
let's play it.
To one of the posts that I put up.
Yeah, let's play it for Mike since he hasn't seen it.
I think
before we get out of here,
there's some more receipts for Isaac Hayes III. Is this one? Okay, yeah, the one lift all policies. A lot of people like this clip right here too. This one, this clip should have went viral. It got some good views, but a lot of y'all like this clip right here. Let me play this one for y'all real quick before we get out of here. And now this doesn't have the whole thing in context. It is just a chopped up clip of what she said.
It's enough.
So we're not doing it in context today, but we could do that on another day. But this is a good illustration. A lot of people like the illustration I did about the lift all policies. All right, so this is why these lift all policies don't work. Now I'm gonna give you our illustration. You see this right here? These right here on the bottom, that's us. That's the black folks. These are the brown folks in the middle, or the non-white folks, the people of color. Mike, that's all of them. And on the top, I got the good old white folks, right? And so now when they implement a lift all policy, we at the bottom, everybody on top of us. When they implement these lift all policies, the chair is the lift all policy. And this is the only thing that happens when they implement the lift all policy. But guess what? We still at the bottom. Right. Ain't nothing changed. So that's why we got to stop falling for these trick bag policies, man. It ain't going to do nothing for us. It's not going to change the status quo. You know what I'm saying? We try to dismantle white supremacy. We're not trying to make it progressive.
And so we have got to recognize that and do something about that and give folks a lift up. That's why, for example, I'm proposing the Lift Act. Give people who are making $100,000 or less.
Give it to who? So they was talking about the issue plaguing the Black community, and then she says that's why we have to recognize that and do something about it. And so that's why I got the Lift Act, so we can give something to who? People who make less than $100,000. Not Black people. Anybody who make less than $100,000 get a piece of that lift-off program. So that spreads it thin right there. That dilutes it right there. Because remember, a person with a GED on average makes more than a foundational Black American with a college degree.
Agree. Yep. That's their
Don't forget
stats.
about those type of disparities.
As a family, a tax credit,
I need to
which will benefit 60% of Black families who are in poverty.
But guess what? We still at the bottom.
So by default, it affects Black families, but there's no particular policy for African Americans.
This lady asked the right question.
But no, if you look at the reality of who will benefit from certain policies.
Why not say that then, this is for you. This is for African Americans. If there was a banking crisis, then you target money for the banks. If there was a national disaster, you target your money for the national for disaster relief.
That's not how America works.
When you take into account that they're not starting at the same place and they're not starting on equal footing, it will directly benefit Black children, Black families, Black homeowners, because the disparities are so significant. So if we focus on the specific issues that have resulted in the greatest disparities, and we understand that that's part of why we're doing it. Listen, the reality also is this: any policy that will benefit Black people will benefit all of society. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No.
No.
Disaster relief.
Because to be fair, that is kind of in context. Right. That is kind of in context of how she said it. Because most of the clip is just her saying, "I'm not going to say I'm doing nothing for Black people." No, it's just that part. But that right there kind of was in full context of what she was trying to say. Now look, because this is the way that they try to spin it. They try to say what she meant was, what she was really trying to say was,
no, she said what she said.
If she do something for Black people, that's going to end up benefiting everybody. So she is going to do something for Black people, but Black people are not going to be the only beneficiaries, because when you do something for Black people, that helps everybody. So she didn't say she's going to help everybody. And when she helped everybody, that includes Black people. No, what she had said was she gonna help Black peoples, and by helping Black peoples, that's gonna help everybody. See, y'all don't listen. Y'all take things out of context.
You sound like one of them niggas with the monkey hats on.
So you know who said that? You know who really said that? The way that they're trying to spin what she said. Marcel Dixon.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm saying the way that they try to spin what she was saying. Marcel Dixon was the one that was saying that. Marcel Dixon, his original slogan was, "Repair Black America,
to fix Black America." Yeah.
Repair Black America to fix America, and that's what he was saying. He was saying, look, part of the reason why America is suffering is because of the way that they treat Black people. It's because of the systematic deprivation of Black people. But if you actually repair Black America, then you have 40 million citizens who have, a solid foundation to stand on that can help contribute to society overall. So repairing Black
America, we don't take our money to other countries.
Right. Repairing Black America is good for everybody. But you have to specifically target Black America to do the repair. That's the way that it works.
Right.
Not the other way around. The lift-off program, like she said, It's for everybody under $100,000. Anybody who's not making $100,000, they can get a piece of that pie. That does not change the status quo whatsoever.
No.
That's not even a Band-Aid. I'll finish the clip and then we can get out of here. By the way, it was playing, right?
No, but I want everybody to go on to that post under Sincere Love the Gods Instagram and make sure you tag Isaac Hayes Jr. Please, please, please. Tag Isaac Hayes Jr. under this
Wait a
post.
minute, Nicey. You telling me all this time there was no volume playing?
Oh, it was in the first part, but then you paused it and was no.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was about to say.
No.
That's not how America works.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit Black people. No, because whatever benefits that Black family will benefit that community and society as a whole and the country. Right?
Why not say that then, this is for you. This is for African Americans. If there was a banking crisis, then you target money for the banks. If there was a national disaster, you target your money for the national
No.
disaster relief.
That's not how America works.
We want to give those young people and young Native Americans like them the support they deserve. We have to invest in them and believe in them and love them.
Why not target the African American Americans?
That's not how America works.
President Barack Obama has begun new initiatives aimed at helping young American Indians or Native Americans overcome the many challenges they face, from poverty to substance abuse.
Why not target the African American Americans?
That's not how America works.
And few have been more marginalized and ignored by Washington for as long as Native Americans, our first Americans.
Why not say then, this is for you. This is for African Americans.
No.
Y'all go tag Isaac Hayes under that post, please. Make sure you are tagging him because he had questions and we want to make sure that he gets the right information.
Tell Isaac Hayes III I want all the smoke. Tell Mike on the general I want all the smoke. Ricky
and
Smiley.
Stash Ohio.
Who's Stash Ohio?
Great.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Well, that comment. She destroyed the mission of the Freedmen Bank. Absolutely, by crowbarring all these other groups into the Freedmen's Bank. I don't know if you guys saw that on the White House website, but they are literally trying to bury us under the guise of lift off.
Right. Latching everybody onto our unique history and struggle, so everybody else can receive the unearned benefits.
Right.
But that does it for today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in with us once again on another Sunday. This has been a good, constructive conversation. Nice to be over there listening to.
That's my son, y'all. He just pulled up. He is outside. He just pulled up, blasting music. My window was just open.
Yeah, baby. We about to get a copyright strike.
Man, he's so rude.
But yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in once again, man. Make sure that y'all hit the like button, share this out, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Godcast Enterprises at YouTube. Sincere Love the God on all social media platforms. Nicety Girl with the #1 on Instagram, without the #1 on X, formerly known as Twitter. Y'all stay in tune with us. Wednesday, we got another dynamic guest on the Black Business Showcase. If you want to get on the schedule for the Black Business Showcase, send us an email, godcastenterprises@gmail.com. Let us know about your business so we can organize everything and get you on the schedule for that. Or you can just hit us up in the DM, hit either one of us up in the DM, let us know what's going on, and we'll coordinate it from there. And I think that's about it. Yeah, baby.
I had to push mute. Y'all hear that? Like he's over.
Yeah, baby. He having car karaoke. That's what I be doing when I pull up. Does anybody else do this when you pull up? You don't turn the car off until the song finishes playing. Am I the only one that does that?
What you do?
When I pull up to the crib, I don't turn the car off until the song finishes playing.
Oh shit!
I gotta hear the rest of the song. I can't just cut it off. Yeah, baby. Anyway, that does it for today's episode of Cecile of the Godcast, man. Y'all always remember and never forget, family. We are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new black media. Yeah, baby. Peace.
Peace. And black love.
Here's my friend.
Yeah, like that. Let's see what's in the God's mind. Listen.